Now we're getting to one of the most topical issues in the country, LGBTQ+. Now, one of the religious groups that waged a persistent campaign to demand that the Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, declares his stance on the LGBTQ+ debate is Islamic Human Rights Foundation, Ghana. We'll be speaking to the Executive Director, Yumus Wakmenjo, in a bit, but let's recap the statement made by the Vice President on the issue.
The Holy Quran is replete with verses frowning on LGBTQ acts, including same-sex marriages. My faith is, therefore, very strictly against the practice of homosexuality. Allahu Akbar.
All right, so let's now speak to Mr. Wakmenjo, who joins us on phone this afternoon. Thank you for your time here. Now, the Vice President has declared his stance on the LGBTQ activities. Would you say that you are satisfied as a group?
All right, good afternoon, and good afternoon to your cherished viewers this afternoon.
Great. So I'm asking that with the stance that the Vice President has made yesterday, are you satisfied as a group?
Okay, so very well. We all had the opportunity to listen to the Vice President. After several months and years of clarion call for him as the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana to declare his stance on this controversial LGBTQ+ issue. So we had several opportunities, several platforms to let the Muslims and well-meaning Ghanaians, people with morals, with culture and religious affiliations who are asked a Vice President, but as a Muslim who believes in morality and he detests LGBTQI or whatsoever plus on religious and moral grounds. But we are running a country where we are dealing solely or markedly on legal grounds. So, for him to say the Quran has mentioned, of course, the Quran has mentioned, the Bible has mentioned, and other religious books are all frowning at LGBTQ+. So what is his commitment when it comes to legal regime on ensuring that the LGBTQ+ will not be a thing of discussion or manipulations in the system? Because currently we have a bylaw which is at the table of the president for it to be signed into law. And the president is hesitant on doing so with the supposed claims of courts, injunctions, and whatsoever. Now we are looking, we've gone beyond morality. Now we are talking about legality. What is his commitment, legal commitment to ensure that the LGBTQ+ will not happen? That is what we are all now anticipating to hear from Dr. Bawumia.
So Eunice, you are saying that, I have to come in with this one. So you are saying that you expected him to talk about the law, what the law states about these activities in the country. And so you don't believe that what he's saying about morality, that he's against it because of religion and our cultural norms as a country. You think that's just something that is word by mouth? You don't believe that he's truly against it?
Okay, so you see, people fall off from their moral ground if there are no any legal regime to hold them responsible, accountable for their actions. Morality can always be fall short. And when people are bound by law to take a certain decision, it will be difficult for them to veer off from the law. So we're expecting Dr. Bawumia to give a commitment, legal commitment, that this is what I will make sure as a Vice President from now and a supposed prospective president in the future, that when I become a president, this is what I will add up to the existing law to make sure that LGBTQ+ is not something to be discussed in this country because it's uncalled for and it's not in tandem with our religious practice and our legal regime. Okay. So that is what you are expecting Dr. Bawumia to do, other than the moral aspect of it. So when you tackle issue solely on moral aspect, it is difficult for such issue to be accepted or otherwise.
Okay.
So we are looking for a certain legal commitment attached to the morality, and we know that he really meant business and that he has listened to our call for him to declare his stance. Now, we are not speaking to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as an individual. We are talking to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and calling him to declare his stance because, one, he's a public figure. He's our vice president. He's vying for a higher seat. Who will be the custodian of our laws in the country?
Okay.
And so we are expecting him to be so much open and then declare a very wide stand other than what he just said yesterday. Seriously, for me, yes, he did well.
Finally.
He has mentioned it for us to hear. But the aspect that he tackled is so narrow for my understanding and for my liking as an organization.
Okay, Yunus, just a quick one before we go. And there's been lots of debates about this, definitely. What Parliament has been going back and forth with the presidency. Now, Dr. Bawumia says that he's against it. Are you going to be part of all those who are saying that then he should be able to talk to the president for the bill to be assented to as soon as possible?
Please, if you give me the last question, I didn't get it right.
Yes, I'm asking that the back and forth between Parliament and the presidency on the assenting on this particular LGBTQ bill has been going on for some time. Now, are you going to be part of those saying that if the vice president says that he is against the act, he should be able to talk to the president or whichever way so that the president would be able to assent to the bill that has been presented by Parliament?
Okay, so now the vice president is riding on the legacy of the president to rally votes from Ghanaians who in generally are frowning on this LGBTQ plus stuff. So if they really are serious with breaking the eight and they want to convince Ghanaians that they respect our moral, religious, and legal practices, then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is now the face of NPP and possibly the future president of the Republic of Ghana, should ensure that the president defies all other orders to make sure that the law is passed and that LGBTQ plus and whatever it comes with is a thing of the past. Because if he doesn't do that, we still hold him accountable, we still hold him responsible if this practice goes on, because we believe that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is actually riding on the shoes of the president. And so if today the president is refusing to do something, he should know that politically it has effect on his possibility of becoming the president of the Republic of Ghana.
All right, thank you very much, Imam Yunus Wakbenjo, for your time.